So here's the grid for the Junior SM90 Bambino and Mini GP 110. Daniel Stevenson in first position, Mason Greasley in second, Joe Mostica in third with Luca Wilkinson in fourth place, Blake Wilson in fifth with Joel Grieg in sixth position, George Bartle in seventh with Ruby Booth in eighth position. Ninth position, Soren Ramazan in ninth, Ollie Pearson rounding out your top 10. Brooke Champion in 11th position with Charlie Pearson in 12th. Jack Newton in 13th with Thomas Bond in 14th. Charlie Ward in 15th with Hudson Cooper in 16th. 17th is Kyron Nelson, and then it's Harry Pell, Fabian Sands and Charlie Ward with no time for Charlie Ward, rounding out your top 20, rounding out your grid for the first of our second event of the day. How do we think this one's going to go? Jacob Harris.
Well, it was a good run from our top two earlier on today, Dan Stevenson and Mason Greasley. It'll be interesting to see if Mason can challenge for the win here. That's certainly what I'll be hoping for. On the left, you got your 11, Dan Stevenson. On the right will be Mason in the striped helmet, or, well, helmet with a stripe. Not sure if it counts as striped, if there's only one stripe to it. But that
You're really
Mason
overthinking that,
right.
aren't you? That was.
Well, striped implies that there's a number of stripes, doesn't it? Whereas the one stripe, I'm not so sure.
You're still overthinking. Producers put the headphones on the wrong way on his head. There we go. He's got a mohawk. Headphone mohawk. There we go. So riders lined up on the grid, and looks like we're going to have a green flag going up at the back, but I think we've still got some people on the grid at the moment. There we go, trying to tell them to get out of the way. And
it's a problem for a rider,
yeah,
just at the back
I can't see the number. There we go, green flag up at the back, green flag up at the front. We're ready to go for the Junior SM90 Bambinos. Green flag goes up, big wheelie there from the number 28, Mason Greasley, and he looks like he's dropped several positions from that. A bit of a bad start. He's dropped down into about 4th or 5th now. Bad start there from Mason Greasley.
Yeah, he's down in 4th, coming out of that one there, and away goes Stevenson at the front. 27 there, Joe Mostica has worked his way up. He looked to be taking the lead at one point, but I think Stevenson just about recovered.
Yeah, so it looks like he's gone back up into 3rd place, has Greasy now, so he's managed to recover quite quickly from that. Of course, popping that front wheel up on the start is not the most quickest thing to do. There's the 27, that's Mostica and Greasy. They're still having a very close battle now, 2nd and 3rd position, but Stevenson, the number 11 machine, has managed to break away, and he's got quite a good gap now.
Yeah, Greasley all over the back of Mostica, trying to get that space back as quickly as possible. Looks like he's going to have to wait until the back straight though to try and use his pace advantage out of this corner.
Yeah, so our producer's playing around with some settings on our thing. If you hear our voice go high, it's his fault. There we go, so here's the 27. I should have kept my mouth quiet. There we go, so there's the 27 machine. That's Mostica, he's still fighting through. It looks like some of these riders are just struggling with keeping that front end in. Yeah,
absolutely. Mostica holding off Greasley so far. That's number 8, Blake Wilson there in 4th place, as is. And then Luca Wilkinson in 5th in the Luminous Novice Vest.
Yes, so Daniel Stevenson still leading the way. 9 laps to go on this one. Mostica holding off Greasy as we are watching at the moment as they go into this infield section. Of course, these guys are much easier to overtake in this area. Smaller riders, there's much more space to do it. There we go, there's a wide shot there, you can see of that corner and just see how tight it is, but the guy's managing to get through, and it looks like he's got a cut back there, has Greasley. So Greasley's got the run on him, they're side by side, he's pushing him onto the grass, is Greasley on Mostica, and that slowed him down, so Mostica having to take to the grass to avoid contact with Greasy there, but they've come across the line, they both stay upright, and here is the number 8, Blake Wilson, in that high-vis getting, well, he's not in the high-vis, sorry, but he's getting involved in this one. It's the high-vis just behind, and that is Luca Wilkinson, yeah, so Luca Wilkinson in the high-vis still getting involved with this top leading pack.
Yeah, Greasy then in 2nd place ahead of Mostica now, leads them into the infield section of Twist.
Yeah, so again, very, very tight part of the circuit this one, but these guys are managing to give us some close racing through it. Daniel Stevenson has kind of checked out, 3.2 seconds. he's got a gap from second place Greasy, who we are looking at now. So Stevenson is crossing the line now, I think. Yeah, he's gone past our commentary box now. And yeah, there you go. There's the gap. Look at that. They've just entered the straight, and he's just finishing the straight. That's quite impressive after just a couple of laps.
Yeah, he's certainly pulling away from that pack. Greasley earlier on this morning was quicker than Mostica, but doesn't seem to have too much of an advantage over him here. He's pulling away slightly, but not as much as you would have expected had you watched the earlier race.
Yeah, of course, and you can see some dust there down at the exit of turn number 3, that fast corner that they've just gone through. I think that's obviously due to someone spilling some oil onto the circuit, so yeah, some dust has gone down to cover that up. Here is our Luca Wilkinson, one of our novice riders, obviously sporting the high vis to show that he's new to the championship, and he's proving himself though. So he's got the pace, he's got out there, and I'm sure he'll have to take that high vis off fairly soon.
Yep, he's certainly mixing with the lead pack and doing a lot better than the other novices we've got out there. They're all running relatively well, just outside the top 10.
Yeah, new personal best time from Luca Wilkinson as well, 59.23 from him. So there you go, sporting some quick times out there as well. Fastest time on the circuit though is Daniel Stevenson in first place in number 11, 58.62 is from him. So again, lots of action going down. New personal best from Bartle in the number 21 bike in 8th position, just behind Ruby Booth there in 7th position on the 86, 20 seconds down from the front lot, but of course probably leading the other class out there, the mini GPs, I suspect. There's the 86. That is Ruby Booth, who we were just watching there, talking about there. And just behind is Bartle on the 21 machine. So there he is going around. So nice little section there. Just some close battles all the way throughout, but still giving us some interesting moments out there. Very close still between Mostica and Wilkinson, I should say. They've only got half a second between themselves, so they are very close out there. 4th and 5th position, the number 76 and number 8 machine. They are still having a close little battle out there, but we'll keep an eye on them. But 5 laps to go, still plenty of action.
Yep, lots to come. So in this one, we pick up the 100 bike there, which is Charlie Peterson, one of the novices, coming down. He's starting straight into the first corner. As you can see, just behind him is another one of our novices. That's Ollie Peterson. Shortly related. I haven't been around the paddock yet this season. I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. There's the 998 of his brother, potentially. I'm gonna go with yes. What do you
Ollie
reckon,
Pearson. Well, yeah, same last name. Charlie Pearson, Ollie Pearson. There you go. There was a lot of Browns. Oh, there's a rider gone down. Is that the 87? I think that number was. I'm not sure. But one of the riders has gone down. And again, couldn't quite say. Oh, it was the number 8. It was Wilson.
Running in 6th up until that point.
Yeah.
Now starts dropping down the order. Ruby Booth and George Bartle promoted, as is Søren Rasmussen.
Yeah, so a big shame there for Blake Wilson, dropping down the positions. Here's your race leader, Daniel Stevenson. He is just cracking on, isn't he? He's actually lost his time. His time's gone down to 1.5 seconds. Has he slowed down? Well, clearly.
It would appear to have done.
Well, yeah, so he's lost quite a bit of time. He was some 8 seconds clear, and now he's...
Perhaps he was in the wrong place at the wrong time when that rider
maybe
came down.
Maybe, yeah, when the number 8 went down, yeah, that's probably the most logical answer. Yeah, that's probably happened.
Only a 2-second lead now.
Yeah.
Let's keep an eye on it.
Yeah. Well, he's opened it up again, so it was that close, but now he's gone down. But here is Greasy, Mostica, Wilkinson, and Mostica is all over the back of Greasy actually as they go into this heavy braking zone. Greasy picks the bike back up, then brakes again to slow it down. So not leaning too much while trailing the brake, which is quite a clever thing to do. So you don't really want to lean the bike too much while braking. But there we go. So Mostica still all over the back of them, less than a second between them.
Yep, and as they come through the last two of the hairpins, we'll keep an eye on that gap on the top left-hand side, see how well Stevenson does. We expect another purple lap time, as per usual. He comes through and does a 58.7, which is considerably quicker than the rest of the field, although he's not very as quickly as he was before. Perhaps something did happen to him.
Yeah, and potential moves here from these guys as they go into the braking zone of turn 1. They come out of turn 1 into turn 2, and yes, Mosticker has taken Greasy down the inside of turn 1. So Mosticker now up into second position. Now, is Greasy going to come back at this? Because, of course, Greasy's been faster all the way through, and there it is. Mosticker runs slightly wide there, and now Greasy's got a potential move here, and this has got Wilkinson joining this battle. They've slowed down so much that Wilkinson's now capitalised and is all over the back of these two as they go into the infield section. All tight and twisty, left and right hand hairpins, and that looked like Wilkinson there struggling to pick the bike back up there. Looked like he'd gone and lent it a little bit too far, but they're all so tight through this section now, back onto the start-finish straight, and it is again Greasley down the inside across the line. Again, he's just behind, he can't do anything, but here comes Wilkinson down the outside into the braking zone. Hasn't got the ideal line for it, can't make the move. Is he going to use the switchback to get round the outside of turn 2? Yes, he does. What a move from Wilkinson there, moving up into third position. What a move.
Yeah, last lap of the race as well. It doesn't look like Greasy's going to be getting a chance to get that back. I think Mosticker's got second wrapped up as round the outside of the back marker, just as I say, he hasn't got a chance to get it back. Greasley, very opportunistic, goes at the inside of back marker and he's back into third place.
Unfortunate for Wilkinson there, just chose the wrong side out of the two to get past the back marker there, and of course went wide, and that promoted Greasy back up into third position. But these guys are still so close, and Mosticker managing to slightly break away, not too much, but your race leader Daniel Stevenson is going to be crossing the line any second now to take the checkered flag, and there he is across the line. He takes the checkered. Here is your second place, Mosticker, Greasy, then Wilkinson. So close between that top 4 pack. Absolutely fantastic racing throughout.
Yeah, great riding from Mosticker, Greasley and Wilkinson in that one. Very, very interesting battle.
It was indeed a very interesting battle. We will be going into the BMB stock 160s any moment now.